Wildlife Rescue League is a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to support the rehabilitation of injured, sick, and orphaned wildlife, and through education, foster appreciation of our wild neighbors. WRL partners with licensed wildlife rehabilitators in order to provide life-saving work for wildlife throughout Northern Virginia and its surrounding areas. We also work with a network of volunteers, wildlife centers, animal shelters, and veterinary practices in order to ensure wildlife is delivered to licensed rehabilitators for rehabilitation and release. WRL's Wildlife Helpline received over 5,300 calls in 2020 regarding sick, injured, and orphaned wildlife. So we're very excited to announce our goal of establishing a wildlife center in Northern Virginia. We recently faced several challenges in Northern Virginia regarding the rehabilitation of wildlife. These include the absence of a centralized location for the public to bring wildlife in need of assistance. Also, most veterinary practices do not provide care for sick and injured wildlife. Most animal control officers are not involved with wildlife rehabilitation, and there are no state or county-sponsored programs that provide wildlife rehabilitation services. Furthermore, the wildlife rehabilitators with whom WRL collaborates are working out of their own homes, spending their own money, and dedicating an extraordinary amount of time to keep with the large volume of sick, injured, and orphaned wildlife that they take in. As a result, there is a shortage of wildlife rehabilitators in Northern Virginia, resulting in WRL transporters and sometimes even the public driving further distances in order to deliver wildlife to rehabilitators outside of Northern Virginia. These challenges will be solved by establishing a wildlife center where we will be able to better serve our community by helping wildlife in need. For instance, our Wildlife Helpline staff would provide instruction to the public about how to bring wildlife to this center for assessment and rehabilitation. The Wildlife Center would also serve as a central location for the public as well as animal control officers to bring in sick, injured, and orphaned animals so they could receive the care and medical treatment necessary to recover and be released back to their native habitat. A central location would result in faster delivery from rescue locations to a stabilized point, which would result in less animal suffering and improved survival rates. The Wildlife Center would also offer veterinary care by professionals trained in wildlife medicine, and the center would provide an additional service to the public by offering education classes on the history of native wildlife and their ecosystems. The Wildlife Center will be located in Northern Virginia on a minimum of 2 to 10 acres of land. Anyone knowing of a location suitable for donation, lease, or purchase, or who is otherwise interested in supporting WRL's endeavor to establish a wildlife center should contact WRL at wrl@wildliferescueleague.org.